Hey there. Today, we're going to learn about a very serious and sometimes scary topic, serial killers. Don't worry though, we'll keep things simple and easy to understand. This is a big topic, so let's dive right in. A serial killer is a person who kills two or more people over a period of time. These killings happen in different places and at different times, not all at once. Serial killers have different reasons for their actions. Some might do it because they are angry, some for excitement, others for money, and some just to get attention. Serial killers are different from other kinds of killers. For example, a mass murderer kills many people at one time. Think about a big event where lots of people are hurt all at once. A spree killer, on the other hand, kills many people in a short time but without taking breaks in between. Serial killers, however, take breaks or cooling off periods between their murders. This makes them very different. The term serial killer was first used by an FBI agent named Robert Ressler in 1974. Before that, people didn't have a special name for this kind of killer. In Germany, a criminologist named Ernst Jannat called them serial murderers way back in 1930. So, the idea of a serial killer has been around for a long time, even if the name is more recent. The FBI, which is a big police organization in the United States, says that serial killers have different reasons for their actions. Anger. Some killers are very angry about something or at someone. Excitement. Some find the act of killing thrilling or exciting. Money. Some do it to steal money or valuables from their victims. Attention. Some killers want to be famous or get noticed. Each serial killer has their own unique reason for what they do. They might have a special way they hurt their victims. This can make them feel powerful or satisfied. Some killers even leave behind special clues or symbols, like a signature, so people know it was them. Serial killers usually choose victims who have something in common. This can be the way they look, their age, gender, or even their race. They often plan their murders carefully. They might take a break or a cooling off period between each killing. This makes them different from spree killers who don't take any breaks. Some serial killers hunt for victims in places where people feel safe, like parks, schools, or even their own neighborhoods. They might use tricks to get their victims to trust them. For example, they might pretend to be friendly or helpful. This is why it's important to be careful and aware of your surroundings. Serial killers have been around for a long time. Here are some interesting facts. In old stories, characters like werewolves and vampires might actually be based on real-life serial killers. People long ago didn't understand these kinds of crimes, so they made up stories to explain them. In Africa, there have been tales of leopard men who killed people. These were secret societies that used the idea of leopard men to scare and control people. A long time ago in China, a prince named Lu Pengli killed people just for fun. He did this so often that he became very famous for his cruelty. Let's talk about a few famous serial killers to understand them better. 1. Jack the Ripper. He lived in London in the 1800s and killed several women. He was never caught. Jack the Ripper is one of the most famous serial killers because he was never identified. People still wonder who he really was. 2. Ted Bundy. He was a charming man who killed many young women in the United States during the 1970s. Ted Bundy used his good looks and smooth talking to trick his victims. He was eventually caught and confessed to many murders. 3. Jeffrey Dahmer. He killed and hurt many young men in the 1980s and early 1990s. He was caught and went to jail. Dahmer did terrible things to his victims and is one of the most infamous serial killers in modern history. Catching serial killers is very hard. Police use different methods to catch them. Profiling. Experts try to understand the killer's behavior and guess who they might be. They look at the way the crimes were committed to figure out the killer's habits and personality. Evidence. Collecting fingerprints, DNA, and other clues from the crime scenes. Every little piece of evidence can help point to the killer. Witnesses. Talking to people who might have seen the killer or know something about the crimes. Sometimes, a small tip from a witness can be the key to solving the case. Police work very hard to catch serial killers. They use technology, like computers and databases, to keep track of clues and evidence. They also work with other police departments to share information. This teamwork can be very important in catching a killer who moves around a lot. Sometimes, serial killers are caught after just a few murders, but other times, it takes a long time to catch them. police work very hard to find and stop them. In some cases, killers are caught because they make a mistake, like leaving behind evidence. When serial killers are caught, they are usually put on trial. This means they go to court, and a judge and jury decide if they are guilty. If they are found guilty, they might go to jail for a very long time, sometimes even for life. In some places, very dangerous killers might be sentenced to death. Learning about serial killers helps us understand how to catch and stop them. It also helps us understand the importance of being careful and aware of our surroundings. By studying serial killers, police and scientists can learn more about what makes these people do such terrible things. This knowledge can help prevent future crimes. It can also help us understand how to protect ourselves and our communities. Serial killers are very dangerous people who hurt others in terrible ways. But remember, police and experts are always working hard to catch them and keep us safe. It's important to know about these things so we can be more aware and protect ourselves and others. Being aware of the dangers in the world is important, but it's also important not to be too scared. Most people are kind and good. Serial killers are very rare. By knowing what to look out for and how to stay safe, we can all help make our communities better places to live.